This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, trial of Nnamdi Kanu adjourned till October 21, 2021. Trial of Sunday Igboho resumes. President Buhari to leave for London today. Passengers stranded as Eleme Ogoni youth protest bad state of parts of Akpajo Elele 1 road. On the foreign scene, flooding hits London hospitals, homes, leads to closure of roads. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The trial of the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, before Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja have been adjourned till October 21, 2021. The trial resumed without Kanu's physical presence in court. When the matter was called, lead counsel to the prosecution, M.B. Abubakar, told the court that the case is for hearing, and although defendants has not yet been produced by the DSS holding him custody, they are ready to proceed. Reacting, defense counsel Ifiemi Ejiofor informed the court of an application he filed seeking the transfer of Kanu from DSS custody to a correctional center. The trial judge held that trial of Kanu cannot proceed in his absence, having been arrested and brought into the country. The court urged the prosecution to ensure that Kanu be brought to court to witness his trial. Meanwhile, earlier, some residents of some of the states in the southeast have shut down their businesses in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. Announcements were made on Sunday in Awka asking people to stay at home. Our correspondent, Kenechiko Ofoma, reports that suspected IPOB members have barricaded the Onitsha Oduoku axis of the Onitsha-Owerri Highway, destroying vehicles that insist on continuing their journey. Also, the trial of Sunday Igboho Yoruba Nation agitator resumed today. Earlier, he sued the federal government over the invasion of his house and is demanding 500 billion naira as damages. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, says those seeking secession in the country no doubt have a wrong understanding of realities on ground. Chief of Defense Staff stated this in Owerri, Imo State during a stakeholders meeting with the retired senior military officers in the Southeast Zone to brainstorm on possible ways to tackle insecurity and foster peace in the region.
To stop anyone from agitating whatever he so wishes. It's a political thing. But what we are against is having to use the instrument of violence to bring about your agitations. We have a constitution, and the constitution enables us to be able to ventilate whatever grievances that we have. So anyone going outside the provisions of the constitution, of course we won't, as a military and of course security agencies, allow that. So why do you have to kill in order to achieve your desires? But then there are provisions. Anyone who believes that he has certain desires within the confines of the arrangement as envisioned by the Constitution to ventilate such views.
Moving on, economic activities and vehicular movements were grounded today after some Eleme Ogoni youths blocked parts of Eleme and Akmajo Elele 1 roads to protest the bad state of the Eleme axis of the east-west road. Correspondent Martha Okere reports that the protest started around 2 a.m. Some of the protesters spoke to our correspondent.
Our forefathers are angry. Everybody is angry. Even the non-indigenous are angry because of the poor implementation of this road and what this road has been costing us, the arms and everything the road has been costing us. Everybody is angry based on what they are seeing on this road.
It takes us 6-8 hours to leave Element to other part of River State. Knowing what Element means to them, the fertilizer company, the Idorama, the Port Authority, the PPMC, the NNPC, or Element, they generate a lot of money, a lot of income, but they refuse to give attention to the road that leads to Element.
We are here for federal government. We don't want to hear about Akpabio. Akpabio is trying to make money about this road. We want Buhari to send Julius Berger with immediate effect. No any other company apart from Julius Berger to come and fix this road.
The youth coordinator of Nchia community in Eleme, Jacob Adeya, berated the federal government for using money generated in Eleme to fund other road projects in the north.
If money that is being generated from Eleme is being used to fix road from Katsina to Niger, from Kano to Lagos, the worth of this road does not worth more than 8 billion naira. From Kano to Lagos is over 86 billion. We are asking Buhari, what have we done against this government? Enough is enough for all this. This is just a warning. If they come and promise us without implementation, we will come out and do a total shutdown. They should come and fix this road.
Also, the LMA Youth Coordinator Prince Okereke is asking the contractors handling the East-West Road to ensure that all internal roads in LMA are also fixed.
Eteo, Ebubu, Ogale, One, Abonchia, Alexa, Alode, and Aleto, to an extent to Abajo, has been destroyed. And even if they are coming to work this federal road, they need to look at the link road in the community, because all are turned to a very serious pothole. Nobody can say he's not aware of what we are passing through. The level of damage and the dead on this road is too extremely high.
In the meantime, the Ogoni People's Assembly is called on President Muhammadu Buhari to remove the LMS section of the East-West Road from the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs to the Presidential Infrastructural Development Fund. Leader of the group, Probel Williams, said this will enable the East-West Road be completed in time.
How do you expect a ministry that doesn't have money to take over the magnitude of this kind of roads? Amechi is borrowing money to work roads because they deal directly with PIDF. Fashola is there doing roads, and then we are here complaining that there is no money. There's no money in that agency, and that's why that road is not completed. That road was awarded from PIDF to about 3 companies. Akpabio demanded that that road be removed from PIDF to his own ministry. So we want it back to PIDF where the road can be funded.
Now to security matters. Kaduna State Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Joseph Hayab, has asked parents whose children are still being held by kidnappers to be hopeful that their wards will return unharmed. He spoke in Kaduna while confirming the release of 28 students of the Bethel Baptist High School in Kaduna State.
Your child is in the hands of the bandit. You just have to behave yourself before you reach the life of the innocent child. Well, government in our own case, they've asked schools to close. They want to reschedule their calendar. We are waiting to hear what they are going to say in the rescheduling of the calendar. But we have offered as CAN to church-based schools facilities that are located in churches within the town. The fact is that on Friday, I specifically offered to the Bethel Baptist High School a facility in CAN premises, which is just about 500 meters away from the police headquarters, for the final year students to use and write their exams. As we battle these bandits, we must not give them room to think that they have succeeded in stopping our children from going to school.
Recall that 121 students were kidnapped from their hostels on the 5th of this month. The abductors had earlier released 4 of the students. The Chief of Army Staff, General Farouk Yahaya, is yet to arrive venue for commissioning of projects at the headquarters of 6th Division, Port Harcourt, River State. Earlier, our correspondent reported that the Chief of Army Staff, who is in the state on a working visit, is expected to carry out some official assignments this morning, one of them being the commissioning of projects by the Army. Still ahead, President Buhari to leave for the United Kingdom today. Stay tuned.
You no longer have to miss any moment of the action. Listen to us from anywhere in the world. Download the Nigeria Info FM app from your app store. Tap the menu bar on the top left corner of your screen, select Port Harcourt, and listen to your #1 news, talk, and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
President Muhammadu Buhari will today travel to the United Kingdom to participate in the Global Education Summit and Financing Global Partnership for Education. The summit, which will be co-hosted by Prime Minister of the United Kingdom Boris Johnson and the President of Kenya Uhuru Kenyatta, will bring together heads of state and governments as well as stakeholders. The River State government says it is ready to work with the South Korean government and investors to stimulate investment partnerships between the state and Korean companies. The governor, Nyesom Wike, spoke when he met with the ambassador, Kim Yong-shea.
We have established a cassava processing company that buys off cassava from our local farmers, right? But that is not enough. So we require a lot of support to be able to enlarge or expand that. So we think that if you can give us support in the area of the technical section of it, that will go a long way. And most of our people, private individuals, who are willing to go into capital farming may not have that opportunity because they don't have the right partnership with the foreign investors. As a government, we are willing, with all the necessary documentation, to provide land and give all the necessary waivers and incentives.
On his part, Kim Yong-shea said that reports of insecurity in Nigeria, especially in River State, are exaggerated by the media.
I have traveled to several states already. Yesterday I visited Bayelsa State, and some other days I visited Adamawa State and Ogun State. And it seems to me the security situation is in a way exaggerated. So most of the places I feel safe, but the media coverage is a little bit exaggerating, making matters worse. But the more serious concern, biggest concern for Korean companies is political stability.
In business, a farmer in River State, Kingsley Ogu, says the state government has not done enough to encourage farming and ensure food security in the state. Speaking with our correspondent, Mr. Ogu commended the government for the establishment of the cassava processing plant in the state, said the distribution of the improved cassava stem to farmers was done politically. He said the ordinary farmers were not carried along.
The bitter truth about the distribution of supposedly improved stem for cassava farming is that only political class have access to them. The real farmers do not have access to it. We are not, didn't even benefit. For example, in Onega, you can hardly see a real agric farmer benefiting from that process. I don't want to mention names, but those who got are still those who are buoyant enough to access this on their own. Going forward, inculcate the CDC's leadership of the 22 local governments, the community youth leaders, the women leaders of the community, every community in the state. If they are involved in distributing such good gestures, you see that real farmers will benefit from it.
In entertainment, BB9 Season 6 has launched with 22 housemates. The new season sees 5 contestants from River State. In sports, Robert Lewandowski has received Germany's Footballer of the Year award for the second season running after a record-breaking year. The Bayern Munich striker scored 41 goals in 29 appearances in his club as they were crowned Bundesliga champions again.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
2 London hospitals have asked patients to stay away after their emergency department was hit by flooding. The hospitals urged patients to use other accident and emergency services as ambulances are being redirected. Torrential rain has caused severe flooding in homes, roads and stations. London Fire Brigade said it had taken about 300 flooding-related calls in the space of a few hours. Vehicles became stranded and officials warned people not to travel in the hazardous conditions. Many of the roads in London have been closed due to the flooding. On the news this afternoon, you heard that the trial of Nnamdi Kanu has been announced till October 21, 2021. The trial of Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho resumed today. President Buhari set to leave for London today. Passengers are stranded as Eleme Ogoni youths are protesting bad state of parts of the Akpaju-Elele-1 road. On the foreign scene, we told you that flooding has hit London hospitals, homes, and has led to the closure of some of the roads. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. Contact our newsroom at 0818-900-0017. Partly cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for listening and have a lovely day.